Hello, beautiful souls, Universal Angel with the reveal of stack number 2. Now, if you guys did choose by stone and you have chosen your stack that you were most drawn to by the stone, say you were most drawn to the stone, you guys have chosen selenite or liquid light. Guys, this is really, really potent. It's absolutely my favorite crystal of all, I would say. It's really potent in not only cleansing your auric field, but all of the area around you, right? It's really great for transmuting all of those negative EMFs, that negative energy, as well as aligning all chakras, super amplifying all stones, as well as when we start to work within the higher regions, such as manifestation. Selenite is absolutely an amazing tool and partner to have with that. Now, guys, first card that you guys have chosen out of stack 2, and this is out of the Flower of Life deck, is Agreements. It says, imagine just for a moment that we are all connected. All different streams of consciousness originating from one source, experiencing and playing upon this physical earthly plane. And all is shadow and light to develop, grow, and become more. The shadow and light cause tension and resistance, but also allow us to see our ideas, our thoughts, and our creations manifest into the physical in order for us to create more and be pioneers, creating unfolding newness for the sheer joy of it. It would seem reasonable that in our connectedness, we would sense anything out of balance. The natural order of the universe has all things moving back into balance in whatever way possible, right? So that we understand that even though we may go through these different experiences and, sometimes things aren't what we seem, or, we have these kind of crash burn moments, we know that there's always something new around the corner and the universe is always working in our favor. It's really about having that trust, but also being part of that co-creator, if you will, and stepping into your power of manifestation. It says we often call this an agreement, a contract, or karma, right? So when we experience these deep life events, if you will. It says, but you can see these labels may not be what we think they are, for all is just moving back into balance, into love, question mark. And this is something to think about, right? Because even though we may have these trials sometimes, and it may cause a lot of grief or a lot of trauma, let's remember that after that trauma healing comes that even more pertinent and potent soul growth, right? So that we may be part of the manifester in our reality and go back into the oneness of love. And I say that, guys, because out of the Shaman Tarot deck, you guys did pull number 3, Major Arcana. So that is the Empress. So this is all about being in tune with that divine creator, if you will, and manifesting your will, because right now you're at such a strong high pace and frequency. This is so important to remember. Even though we go through these karmic cycles, be mindful of our mindset, try to keep that balance of mind, body, and spirit, and this is how we better stay connected as one, and that loving vibration, as well as help better manifest our reality into the balanced reality that we wish it to be. It says, so whether your attention goes to your family, friends, work, or colleagues, someone you bump into, someone you observe, someone you admire, or someone you dislike, we are all in a contract or an agreement with each other to remind us of the love that we are. And this is so true, guys. I can say very, very proudly and happily that I'm so grateful for those people, that it may have been a heartbreaker, or, just a breaking of peace to kind of, no longer share a timeline with that person. But let's remember that there's always, I like to say, a lesson, a blessing, or both, right? So it's all about taking that internal memory and that growth, that expansion of self, even if it was only for a short time. Everything has its purpose. And guys, when I consulted with Spirit on this, especially with the Empress being at large, and you guys did get a new moon, I feel like Spirit is saying you are at your highest manifestation potential, which is also significant of the new moon. Now, guys, something else with the new moon, this is things coming to light that have been hitting. This is also symbolic of the selenite. Selenite meaning Selene of the moon. So the moon is often has to deal with our intuition, but as well as letting those things come to light that have been hidden, right? And don't forget that new day dawning and that promise. You see, it says promise, right? So we have this promise with our loved ones, but also within ourselves. I feel like this is really, really speaking on our relationship with ourselves, but all together as one. But let's not forget our agreement with ourselves, all right? And that's to stay in loving vibration, as well as, have that compassion for yourself as you continue upon that path of self-mastery. Thank you again to those of you who have chosen stack number 2. Let's see what kind of numerology. We have 6. So guys, 6 is all about that harmony and that reciprocity. So Spirit just kind of confirmed, as within, so without, just the same as you expect for someone else to, share their truth so that you may better set those boundaries in your relationships or your personal self-growth. This goes vice versa, but also within yourself. So guys, if you didn't get a chance to check out the last video on reveal of stack 1, please do, and you will see how all of these kind of tie together with the overall collective consciousness. Thank you again to those of you who have chosen stack number 2.